Hi, this is Rose from VCS, a slice of South African business life. This podcast is sponsored by VCS More Time for You, professional virtual assistants, also known as remote workers. We have a beautiful rainbow nation and are proud of the entrepreneurship and business sense in our diverse country. This is where we chat to South African professionals, entrepreneurs, business leaders, and ask questions relating to their business, how they cope with certain things, and how they deal with certain things. It is our aim on this podcast to create insights and motivations for our audience. Good day, Leo Kirby. Thank you so much for joining us today. How are you?
It's a pleasure, Rose. I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. A bit chilly here, but yes, otherwise I'm fine. I believe that you are joining us as an individual. Thank you very much for coming on and offering the insight that you are going to be offering.
Pleasure, Rose. I've been working for the company for 20 years. I'm one of the regional directors, and my main function is to manage the marketing staff and also do sales for the company.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you very much. 20 years. Wow. Hey, congratulations on that. What is the one thing you wish you had known at the beginning of those 20 years when you began your career?
I think there's one thing I would have liked to have known earlier was just how much my capacity for growth was. It's been a very long journey to get from a very junior position right to basically one of the top decision makers in the company. And the empowerment that the company gives you along the way is quite phenomenal. And the amount of growth you can do as a person is not something that you kind of think of at that stage. So I would always encourage people, particularly if they are at a junior position in the company, to stretch themselves, to make themselves independent, indispensable rather, and also to learn more about other functions in the company, because you never know where your growth can come from.
Exactly. Yes. Very, very valuable advice. And given the pandemic and what has happened in the world universally, what, in your words, what does the phrase remote working or virtual assistants mean to you?
Well, remote working to me, in my experience in the company that I work for, has quite honestly brought the world to my fingertips. So whereas before traveling, the cost and everything like that would have been a problem to have meetings and to assist people in other areas, now all of a sudden it is at your fingertips and it's easy as a touch of a button. So it doesn't actually matter where in the world you are now, you can actually work with each other quite comfortably.
Yes, that's true. Do you find that you actually work more now than at your laptop? Well, clearly you do, because you're spending more time behind your laptop. But do you cover more ground per day than you did before, work-wise?
Absolutely. A lot of my time was wasted before with traveling.
Yeah.
So to take that out of the picture saves a lot of time. Also, it enables me to work more efficiently because I'm not stopping. You know, if you need to travel for somewhere, you've got to stop what you're doing and allow all that traveling time and pack up and lose track of where you are. Whereas if you are working remotely, you can actually finish a task completely before you go on to the next thing.
Exactly, yes. So actually an added advantage to be working remotely.
Tremendously. With the company that I work for, I can now sell our services to companies that manufacture in India, in Mauritius, in America, whereas before it would have been prohibitive for me to travel to those areas to inform them about what our company does and how we can add value to them. Now it's simply at the touch of a couple of buttons, so it's wonderful.
Yeah, it is wonderful. Leo, your top tip or strategy, can you provide a top marketing or sales strategy or tip for our listeners today?
I think particularly with marketing, you've got to believe in what you do. So you've got to find the advantages in whether you're marketing your company or if it's a product you're marketing. The main thing is to actually know that service or product inside out so that you understand where the normal pitfalls are in every company and you can learn what strengths you can use to overcome them. So if if you do in presenting your company to anybody, that they come across your weak spots, you've already analyzed them yourself and you're in a position to turn those weaknesses into strengths. So it's very important to actually know 100% what you are marketing inside out.
To know it inside out and to believe in it, because it comes across, doesn't it, if you believe in what you're doing.
You have to be passionate about what you do. If there's no passion involved with what you do, you're not completely 100% convinced yourself that it is good, then you're never going to convince somebody else because it doesn't come through in your voice or your body language.
Yes, I suppose it's like going to a restaurant, and if the waiter sits there and kind of looks away and says, yeah, well, if catch of the day is not, it's there, and you're looking at him thinking, well, he doesn't sound like you're very good, you're not going to buy it, are you?
Absolutely. If you ask him what fish it is, he goes, I'm not really sure. No, I'm definitely going to choose something else.
Yeah, or ask for another waiter.
Yeah. That's more like it.
Yeah. Leo, your pivotal moment in your business journey, what was your fork in the road for you?
I was given an opportunity to grow into another position, which my original position was in office as an assistant, making appointments for some of the marketing staff. And it was quite a secure environment. I got on very well with the staff that were in office and felt quite secure, although the position was junior and there was no room for growth. When I was offered a position to go out on the road and do marketing, it was very scary for me because I didn't even have a reliable car in those days. So I had to think about getting a vehicle. And also I was quite shy and reserved with people I didn't know. So to actually put myself out there and be face to face with strangers on a daily basis and to keep my timing with appointments, traveling, parking, all of these kind of things. Also, we market quite a portfolio of products, so there was a big learning curve to do as well. So it was incredibly daunting, especially I started at the company just at the age of 39. So I wasn't a youngster either. So I had to also take that into consideration, being a more mature person. Can I learn all these new things? Can I put myself out there and take a chance? Because if it doesn't work, I've kind of closed the door behind me. I can't come back into the office. And it was the best thing I ever did in my life. It was a huge jump. I spoke many hours to my husband and friends about it before I actually did that stretch, and I've honestly never looked back.
That is fabulous. Yes, look at you now, 20 years on, and before that you hadn't been out on the road. So they recognized something in you and offered you that position, which clearly was a huge confidence boost as well.
The owner of the company is a woman, and she still says to me, I believed in you before you believed in yourself.
That's true.
Which was wonderful. I mean, what a beautiful thing to say to somebody, and how empowering is that?
Incredibly empowering. Yes. Well, we've come to the end of our interview, Leo. I'd like to thank you very much for actually taking the time to come and join us, even though you're doing it as an individual. I think the insight today is believe in what you're doing, and that seems to be what you have come across as. So I'd like to thank you very much for joining us, and we look forward to hearing from you in the future.
Thank you, Rose. It's been an absolute pleasure. I think your company is phenomenal, what you guys do, and I wish you all the best moving forward.
Oh, thank you, Leo. Take care.
Thanks,
Bye.
Rose.